Welcome to #YLitChat. Lit Chat. I'm Sahara with the St. Louis Public Library, and in this chat we typically talk about fiction and non-fiction young adult novels, as well as juvenile fiction titles for tweens. So make sure you're tuning in each week, Friday at noon, so you can hear about your latest new favorite. And let's get into it. Yes, I'm feeling the island vibe today. Yep, feeling all of it. Let's go. I'm ready. So for today's novel, we have a young adult fiction title, and it's called The Stars and the Blackness Between Them. It's written by Junauda Petrus and published by Dutton Books. I really enjoyed this novel. It's about Audrey, who lives in Trinidad, and she's being banished to the US of A by her mom because she's in love with Neri, another girl, and her mom does not approve because she's super religious and doesn't believe in that lesbian thing. Now, Audrey goes to Minneapolis to live with her dad, and then that's when Mabel comes into the picture. And Mabel is a young girl as well, and they fall in love, and it's all romantic and stuff. And it's just a nice dialect that they include for Audrey. I think Junauda did a great job of really just laying out the story for us. And I'm going to read a bit of Audrey's perspective because it bounces between her and Mabel. So this is a little bit of Audrey. 2 weeks ago, Queenie, my mom, an episode dropped me to the airport to leave for Minneapolis. I was trying my best not to cry and to act strong, but Eppie was crying hard like someone thief he puppy. And I kinda is he puppy, following him around since we little. We always been close. He more like my big brother than my cousin, and even though he's 6 years older, he never talked down to me. He felt sad I ain't feel I could tell him I love someone. He was pissed when he hear how my mom act about Neri, and ain't understand why I was being sent off for this lesbian thing. That it was my business. He even tried to change my mama's mind, for I to stay with he and Sarah. Yeah, even though I begged him not to, in case she do anything worse. But she ain't care about anything, he said, since she think he one of the reasons I fall astray. I hugged my mama goodbye first, to get it over with to be true. She did a prayer with me, which I ain't want, and gave me a book of Psalms that I also really ain't want. And I think she. Next, I hugged Eppie. His dreads was wrapped high up in a light blue fabric, his skin gingery and gold, and he hugged me and picked me up. His face was hot and wet me up with tears. So that was her goodbye from Trinidad. She gets on the plane, she goes to Minneapolis, and that's where we see Mabel start to really come into the picture. So this is a great novel. It's available on Hoopla and Overdrive. I hope you enjoy. It is that time again for Shelve It or Read It. So up first we have You Could See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. And this is about Liz, who runs into money problems for college. So she decides to run for the Prom Queen Scholarship, which she doesn't really believe in. But this is a LGBTQ romance story, just like The Stars and the Blackness Between Them. And I don't know. I think I would shelve it just because I know that this is more about her being in school and kind of running for prom queen, and I'm just not a fan. And then we have Dancing at the Pity Party, and this is by Tyler Fetter, and this is a graphic novel, and it's about the author dealing with her mother's cancer, and it's good for grief and things like that, but I would probably shelve it because I don't want to be sad. No. Then we have The Montague Twins, The Witch's Hand by Nathan Page. And this is another graphic. And it's about Peter and Alistar, who are magical detectives who look into the disappearance of 3 girls. And I would probably shelve it. I don't know why I picked all shelve it's today. Let me see if we got another one. Ooh, A Phoenix Must First Burn, and this is edited by Patrice Caldwell, and this is an anthology of 16 short stories about the Black experience. I definitely read that. I think that would be good. I love when things are short stories and it's multiple authors and perspectives, so yeah, that's a good one. Then I have The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper, and this is about Cal, who moves to Houston from Brooklyn, and he meets mysterious Leon. I'm like, ooh, I'd read that. Yeah, it's a love story. I kind of like those without all the boringness of being in like school and stuff. So that one I would read. This has been Shelve It or Read It. Did I say Happy New Year? Happy New Year, you guys, and thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Also, head over to the Kids and Teens tab at slpl.org so you can check out what resources we have available for you. You might want to get your winter reading list started, you know, maybe go ahead and start that new reading challenge for the new year. Whatever you want, we are here to support you guys, okay? So we have a bunch of resources available on our site. You can also renew your card online, so go ahead and check out the steps to do so on our site. And we have virtual events as well that you can register for. So start off the new year right. All right, peace.